Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, according to your time. I just want to talk to you about something one of my followers brought to my attention. Those who follow me on Facebook and YouTube subscribers, they know about parental alienation and systemic injustice, mental health, and the patient, the system labeling of our children for disability. I want you to know that when a system labels or school picks on your child and labels your child with a disability, it's a good thing and it's a bad thing. Why is it a good thing? It's a good thing because that is the genesis of early intervention. Early intervention is required so that your child will not have limitations. If they have speech impediments, if they have problem with math, learning disability, they will get early intervention to rescue the situation and help them improve. Okay, here lies the case whereby some of the issues with labeling is just surrounding cultural differences. You are an African, you're speaking multiple languages in the home. Your child is picked on as somebody who don't speak English, and at their age they should be speaking, but maybe they are speaking another language that is spoken in the home. Does that qualifies your child for speech delays and impediments? No. So you have to be informed to bring it to the people's attention. And when they say that, at times you have to also pay for private teacher to start teaching your child English early, or you also start introducing your child to YouTube programs that help with learning and speaking English. This helps the school to leave your child alone, right? Because you are able to go to the school. Don't just go and fight. Go and fight with the right language. You're speaking facts to the situation. Well, we spoke different languages. The child speaks this language and that language. How many kids at 5 years old speaks this and that language? You understand? So the fact that the child is not necessarily speaking English does not mean the child is not speaking. The child is speaking and understanding language. You understand? Which makes the child even more versatile than kids that speak only the English language. When they label your child, this also limits your child's potential, because in my way and in my experience, it makes them make excuses for the child. When there's an opportunity as they grow up in the academic ladder in their school, now middle schoolers, high schoolers, because they have this IEP and other things that you didn't understand, but you allowed them to give it to the child, not because the child really have a disability. What that does is, if there's a scholarship, there's a program, there's a higher achieving program that your child could probably test for it or attempt it, they will not choose your child for it. Your child will be limited. Your child will provide, in some cases, the children are provided with substandard education. So if you, the parent, don't go above and beyond to invest in support, private pay support for your children, advocate for your children, bring advocates on the meetings, on the parent-teacher meetings to advocate for your children, guess what that happens? That affects your child's future, because your child is going to be denied access to certain programs that will be beneficial. Because the people that have their kids become presidents of the United States or presidents in other nations, I'll tell you this, it's not that they are better than your kids. It is just the lack of opportunity and the lack of appropriate programming. This is what has resulted in some of the instances where kids are made to settle for less. And then when you have the label, right, on the child that probably shouldn't have received a label, right? They condition the child to, oh, you have a disability, so it's okay. If you can't do this, it's okay. Oh, you can't do it. They already naturally seduce, suppress, and prevent the growth, achieving of that child. Because in their mind and on the paper, he is labeled, he is limited, he don't have the ability. You see what I'm talking about? So I'm just telling you that if they said your child has some kind of label in the school system, get a private assessor. If they say he's ADHD, he's autistic, he's this, he's that, what you should do is take that child to a renowned institution In Maryland, you can go to Children's Hospital, you can go to Kennedy Krieger Institute. Let a professional assess these kids. Most of the time, if you go to these environments and you also bring it on board that, oh, the kids are being labeled in school, the kids are this and that, they will follow through with that. So what I would suggest is, just say you want the child to be assessed, get it started with a pediatrician. You just want your child to be tested for ADHD, tested for this, and do that with 3 different people, at least two different people. The school is trying to label your child. Take the child to the pediatrician and start it from there. The pediatrician will do their assessment, see if they need to be referred. They can refer you to a neurologist, a pediatric neurologist in the Children's Hospital, or you go to Kennedy Krieger, where it's strictly for kids anyways, kids with all these issues like developmental issues, or what, they were born with some kind of defect. You get it? And let the right assessment be done for your child. When the right assessment is done for your child, the results can be put together, compared, and now you can even go back and say, hey, I let the child also got tested here, this and that. They can now look at all the assessment and see what is cutting across, what is alarming, that needs to be addressed or looked at. At that point, you can decide if truly your child does have some kind of impediment or not that need to be addressed. Then you invest time, money into it. For most parts, if it's speech delay and other things, trust me, it can be resolved before the child even gets out of middle school and elementary school. And eventually, these can come out of the child's record. You know, this can come out of the child's record, and the child will be pushed into programs. Learn the programs that are available, the different clubs that are available, that the child has interest in, and encourage the kids to sign up for them, so that they will build their social skills, their speech skills, their knowledge base, all that, and that will help them. Exposure, association and exposure also goes a long way, in addition to your investment in private teaching, private services, coaching programs for the kids. Those fine motor skills that comes with strings, learning how to play in the instrument, let me tell you, it helps with focus, attention, listening. So sign the kids up for programs that they are interested in. If it's a writing club, speech club, whatever. These are things that my kids that affected my kids because of parental alienation, divorce, fighting for custody, and all of that, due to selfish parenting, malicious parenting, malignant and narcissistic parenting. Excuse me. That's why I teach about these things, so that we can all do better. Men and women, fathers and mothers, let's work together to improve our children's life. This is to answer the lady that came to my inbox expressing her concern with a school trying to label her 6-year-old. You understand? If your child does have true disability or true impediment of any sort, accept help, but start with effective assessment, adequate assessment, because for most part it's either because your child stays to themselves, the child don't like to talk, the child don't like to mingle. So a teacher can pick on them and start profiling your child. And this is why I'm doing this video, so that you don't become a victim to that statistics of inappropriate assessment, but just profiling and judging and being biased and being prejudiced towards your child based on their personality. All right, don't forget to like this video, share this video, subscribe to my YouTube channel, follow me here, follow me on Facebook, Epa Worldwide, and follow me on TikTok right here, Epa Worldwide, right? Facebook, Epa Worldwide. Subscribe to my YouTube channel, Epa Worldwide, and Instagram, Epa_Worldwide. Everywhere else is Epa Worldwide. Instagram is Epa_Worldwide. I love you guys, and thank you for your support. See you soon.